Anything else from that?
So Matt, are you happy with what you got from the game tonight ahead of the week off?
Yeah, happy with the performance. It was a tricky game, but I thought professional, particularly at the start. I thought I thought we was pretty good in our effort, and I thought Catalans were really determined and worked hard, made us work for our points. But yeah, on the whole, I thought we got the job done.
Can it sometimes be tricky when people think playing such a young side because they're so enthusiastic and want to make the most of what a big chance it was for them?
Yeah, tricky, I think is the right word. I think they were very enthusiastic. I think they played with a load of desire, scrambled well for one another, and yeah, it's tricky.
Of course, big blow tonight was Kate Cuss who came on. Got any update on how he is at the moment?
Not really, no. He's injured his arm, he'll need a scan, x-ray. It's not upsetting much more than that.
Do you think he could be back this season, or is it just too early to
He
call?
could be. If you're asking me what do I think he might be. He might miss out, but what I think doesn't really matter.
And Liam Fowler, of course, missed tonight. Have you got any further update from how more tests went on him this week?
Yeah, he's got a grade 1 ACL, grade 1 MCL, so it'll be touch and go.
Tommy, how special is it to be back on the field tonight after a few months on the sidelines?
Yeah, really enjoyed it. Yeah, worked pretty hard off the field to get back. Your team's been going great, so yeah, just really worked hard. I felt a bit rusty out there a little bit, but I'm glad to get out there and contribute.
Of course, after announcement this week, do you cherish the moments on the pitch even more?
Yeah, you do a little bit. Yeah, you know, walking around and saying thank you. That's the main thing for me. Just want to say thank you to the fans. They've been fantastic to me throughout my career at the club. Really taken me in. So yeah, I thought I just wanted to make sure. So thank you to them.
Yeah, how nice was it tonight? It seemed to give you an extra little cheer every time you got the ball, and when you came up to the wall. Obviously you came through them tonight at the fan zone, so it must have been really good.
Yeah, we done. That was a little bit different, but I thought it was pretty cool experience. I thought it was good for the fans and good for the players too. So I think we really enjoyed that.
Are you going to stick around with the Kiwis after you make that cameo at Headingley, or are you going to go have a holiday, or what are you going to do?
I'm not too sure. I think Madge is sort of keen on me to stay. I would like to stay, obviously, with the role I'm going into next year. I wouldn't mind just for my own, having a look around and getting a feel. So I would like to, but I haven't really got into the detail of it. But I spoke to Madge about it, and he's more than welcome for me to hang around. So we'll see how it goes.
I guess hopefully it'll only be a short window between your last game for Wigan and that last game for the
Yeah, I might have to go for a few road runs between that. yeah, if you're not in fancy dress, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do some work. But look, that there's a much more important, I suppose, role for me to finish in, and it's not about me. It's a big thing I try to push for everyone. It's not about me. It's about the group. And, we've had a fantastic year up to date, but there's so many people that we want to finish the season off on a high. And, I just want to make sure I finish my role.
Whose suggestion was it that you play in that match, mate?
I was mad. Definitely wasn't mine. I'm not ringing up Madge asking if he can give me a game. Yeah, he rang me up and asked me the other day. It was an honour, really. I wasn't expecting it. Yeah, I am looking forward. That's an environment that I really enjoyed playing. If I look at my career, I think playing in that black jumper is something I hold very dear. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Matt, just with Harry Smith, with his goal kicking, you would have had an insight into how it's developed and why it is as reliable as it is now. Is there any secret? Is there any?
No secret. He works really, really hard. He's confident because he works hard. He's got a good mentor in Lee Breers, and I think everyone at the club's just encouraging him to grow into his role, including Tommy. He's got some really good mentors at the club, and he's playing with a good balance of confidence and what's the word? He's got confidence, but I think he's got good intelligence and he's got good humility in his game. I don't think it's always about the flash, chasing the flash players. I think he's understands the way his role for the team, and he works really, really hard.
You were asked by Jenna out there about the World Cup and him. Do you try to shield him a little bit from that sort of speculation, or is he?
No, I just don't think it's my place to influence the international team. I know some coaches do. It's not my style. I think players will get picked on merit. Different coaches have different opinions. I could understand why he would be in, and I can also understand why he wouldn't be in. So that's why the international coach, it's like people who are trying to tell me what team I should pick ultimately. Sean or whoever else is in position to pick the best team, and he'll have his own philosophies. But I'd love to see Harry or anyone else from the Wigan club playing international rugby.
How does the next week look for you now with a week off?
We've got 3 days training during the week, plenty of time off out of this game, and then we'll be intelligent about the work we do. It's not about getting fitter this time of year, it's about freshening the lads up, it's about having some fun, talking a lot about how we want to play, and the week after we'll probably practice it with some intensity. We won't change too much. I really intend to make it fun for everyone. Well, hopefully my idea of fun and theirs is different sometimes, but no, we're just going to flow into it, and yeah, it's not too dissimilar to what we've done all year. Try and be intelligent about what we do. Work hard when the time's right, but have fun every day we're coming to work.
So, Tommy, have you worked with Harry this season on a one-to-one basis? He's obviously come on leaps and bounds. He's playing with such maturity and with so much confidence.
That's the word. Maturity. Why did you not help me out before? Confidence and maturity, yeah.
Have you worked with him at all? Obviously, Matty just mentioned Lee working with him.
What do you say, mate?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Without, it's not like it's my role. I pass on everything I know to any young heart from the club. But Harry's very intelligent. He's very intelligent. I've had a big rap on him ever since he first come to the club. And yeah, I think confidence is a big word for Harry. He's most really found his confidence. He's got to run our games. But he's always been a talented kid. He's always been talented. And, his football IQ is very high. And I suppose he's most really a bit more comfortable in his own skin now. That's the best way. That's 100% his team now. I'm supporting him and going forward. But me coming back in is not like it's Harry's. Harry's the chief half now, and I'll just support him and support whatever I have to do for the team.
He's the chief half, but you're the chief.
Well, maybe instead, I don't want to come in and act like
Yeah.
He's done such a fantastic job that he needs to keep going and he needs to lead this club, and I'll just support him along the way.
Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago when George Williams was at the club, Matt, and when he used to talk, he said he wanted George to talk more, and George eventually developed into that player where he was back in orders. And Harry seems to have followed a similar style, whereas Harry, you can see he's back in the orders now, whereas maybe two or 3 seasons ago he was obviously a shy young.
I think that's testament to the players around him, really. I think he would have always done that, but I think the lads around him now are encouraging him to do it and embracing him, and they get on with him. And I think it goes back to the connection in the group. I think all good players, particularly forwards, want a half-back who tells them what to do. And that's always been his strong point. His kicking game, his game management, very different to George. But yeah, I think it shows the strength of the group that Harry feels confident. He's got that trust, that safety that they'll follow him.
Are you happy with what Ethan gave you tonight? He seemed to be everywhere.
Well, that's why he picked it out, isn't he? I thought it was excellent. Yeah, he's a quality player, and that's the thing. We're having bodies coming back as well. Tommy, Sam Powell, Ethan. It does seem like when you get one back, you lose one, but that's why we have our squads. And Ethan looks fresh at the moment, and he's a different type of front rower with his footwork and his engine. He's very athletic, and he's worked very hard. And while he's been injured, all our lads will care, but I think he's been outstanding in how he's attacked his gym and his training. Very professional young man, so he deserves any credit he gets.
Will Sam be back for the semi-final? Sam Powell?
He's a good chance.
So that'll give you a headache then at hooker, because Brad O'Neill's obviously played it.
No headaches, no. But, no. No, more the merrier. And like, you know, if custody goes down, the time I want the more people putting their hand up for selection, the better. But yeah, Sam's an important player for us.
Yeah, Sam's a big part of our club.
A couple of things that, you know, I want to put on record. I think it's a credit to French Rugby League what they did today. You know, I think there's been quite a bit said about rugby in France, but I think for pretty much their reserve team to come and compete like that, I think was testament to it. Whatever work's been done in the pathways over in France and in Catalan, I think it bodes well for France, not just in this World Cup but in the next one. And I thought physically they were there to play, and energy, which bring them things. You know, there's other teams come this year and not with much more senior players, and they've not competed like that. I thought they cause a lot of problems defensively, so credit to a lot of people over there. And then the other thing is just in relation to Thomas, like I think what we've achieved as a group this year, and since I got the job particularly, I think he's been the leader of that. The way he's embraced and driven, like me and Tommy were meeting quite regular in the off season, planning about, well, just chatting really, about the imprint we wanted to have on the club this year, captain and coach, and a lot of the ideas that I was selling as my own, like it was really, a lot of it was Tommy's vision about the way he wanted us, like the lads all sat around now, not rushing to get changed, listening to music, all the families are over at Robin Park waiting for them. That thing about, you know, the rugby is great, what happens on the field great, but it runs a lot deeper than that, and that's credit to his leadership.
Thank you.